a guy asked me the question, who would you bring off the bench? He first asked me out of any player in history. If you were a manager, which I won't be, but if you were a manager and you had substitutes behind you and you could pick any player in history to come off the bench in their peak to win you a game with 10 minutes to go and you only had one substitution left, who would it be? And I thought, it would be Cristiano Ronaldo. Took me to a point by how we were going to discuss Cristiano Ronaldo tonight. I do think that he would be the player in the history of football I've watched that I would bring off the bench if I thought I had to have someone win a football match for me.
So what does that mean?
To me, I think in answering that question that I was asked by a gentleman this morning on the way in, I do think he's the greatest football player that has ever lived. Now, he's shaking his head with that. I do think he's the greatest football player that's ever lived. That is not a bias. That is me just looking at answering that question of who I think I would want to trust to win me a football match most in the most different ways, and who is the most complete player. I don't think you can say. I think you've got carried away with saying there's no way you can say he's the greatest player of all time. It's definitely Messi, because there are a lot of people...
You're using goals as your... No, he hasn't scored more goals than Messi.
There are a lot of people who believe Ronaldo is. There are a lot of people who believe Messi is. I would never say someone who chose Messi is wrong. That's their opinion. I just thought this morning, if you sort of said to me, define greatness, which player would you bring off the bench if you could choose any player from history to win you a football match with 10 minutes to go? I would choose Ronaldo.